Jersey crypto here. The market's been really good to me in the past couple, actually the last week or so. Rarible and gitcoin are basically trading, or like, one goes up, the other one's going down when the other one goes up, and then the other one goes up when the other one goes down. You get what I'm saying? So you do a little bit of trading back and forth. Really up in my bags with those. Um, they're spiking like crazy. Some nice action. They're both really good projects. Rarible is basically like the Amazon for NFTs. And then Gitcoin is going to be pretty much like the biggest funding um, platform for new projects coming into the space. Which, one, it allows people to see the direction of the space, and then also like new ideas coming into the space. I guess it's the same thing, but it's important, and it's an on ramp, and it gives a direction for the money, which gives you kind of like a heads up, a head start into like things to invest in. You can watch funding rounds and see how much traction something's gaining. All interesting stuff. But for now, if you don't want to keep putting money into the market, and I'm not a financial advisor at all, nor is this financial advice, other than it's going to really sound like it, is, you know, they're basically taking turns spiking. So you get the idea, right? You kind of just, you have one, you trade it to the other, trade it to the other. You could like, you know, keep a certain amount that you're not trading, and then just keep like bouncing the other back. And it's just an idea. It's like an opinion I have on a good way to do it. But either way, Algorand had a big move off of Binance, while like a big wallet was filled up with Algorand. Everyone's thinking it's for like the governance or whatever else, which I don't blame them, but I don't know what that necessarily entails for like the current market. If anything, it's going to keep a lot of people's staking rewards down from governance. If a ton of, like, it's like millions of Algorand. So if a ton more Algorand are being staked through the governance, then, everyone gets less return. So not necessarily the greatest thing for that. But if they're willing to stake that Algorand, if that is the case, and be part of the governance, then I don't know. We'll have to look deeper into that. It's something to think about, definitely. But good action. Action is good action. Siacoin holding strong at 1.5 cents. I mean, when things go parabolic, I could see that thing going to 23 to 25 cents easily. When I say easily, it will be towards the top of its peak, but, I don't think it's going to have trouble getting there. Now, I normally don't do videos like this, but, I have so many videos talking about all the like fundamentals and everything else of these coins. Oh, Hedera's got some big stuff going on. NFT projects, and they're going to have their own ecosystem, obviously, built on top of Hedera. They have coins coming out getting built on top of Hedera, video games, virtual reality. I mean, their transactions per second are going to like surpass probably everyone else's. So their capabilities, as long as the security stays up, then they're going to do really well. There's going to be a ton of appreciation there. Rarible and Gitcoin have been really entertaining me. Also, my algorand on Yieldy is treating me really well right now. Uh, Without doing the governance with algorand, I'm making like 11% or something um, in Yieldly. And then you could either just like swap it real quick and trade it right back to algorand, which, you know, if you're, say you have 10,000 algo, you get a little over an algo a day. But if you stake that for Yieldly, you get about an algo a day right now is like a dollar, 60. But if you stake it for Yieldly, you're getting about $5. So you're 3xing, uh, just about 3xing, which that makes sense. That's nice. And then swap it right back in. I mean, Yieldly's been going up, so this is all stuff that I'm pretty much paying attention to right now. Yieldly's going up. Yieldly's at like 2.5 cents. I think when I started getting the Yieldy, which was only like a week or so ago, it was only at 16 cents. So that's a nice little appreciation, especially since I'm basically just getting it for free from having Algorand. What else? What else? There, siacoin. I mean, siacoin's just like it is Web3. They're gonna have multiple portals. I think they're gonna have Skynet portal like kind of take a step back and just like open up that whole. I mean, I don't think they're going to have Skynet as the front page. There's still going to be Skynet, but I think it's just going to have multiple portals you can go in. And I mean, the one thing that I would say I would hope for is a little more of a visual presence, without getting so deep into the application. Oh, there's my charger. Um, that's one thing I would say. Now, the applications that they have are super useful. Like their file share is incredible. You can have like big 4K videos and share them with people and like leave it open for like, 30 days, whatever the contracts are, 45 days. Um, and then once the contract's up, you just do it again if that's something you want people to see forever. I'm sure they're going to get bored of it. It's kind of efficient in that way too. Like you share a file and then once the contract's up, you know, they don't have access to the file because the contract's up now, but you can decide to either give it back to them or you could be like, I think you've seen enough. And then there's like not like unnecessarily shared data just like always out there. Um, that's kind of a cool. I just actually thought about that with those contracts. That's kind of cool, right? So you could almost set your like you could like kind of like say I put a video out there that's under contract for 45 days. Um, really that video will be exposed for its relevance in say the market or whatever else, and then 45 days from now it might be like not no longer relevant, and I have new content out. So in a sense it could push people to watch the newer content over the irrelevant content and then have a better opinion about me. I'm saying me, but I'm just saying in general. So either way, that's kind of interesting. What else? What else? What else? I don't know. I've been navigating this consolidation phase, and nothing's scaring me out of the market quite yet. When I say quite yet, I don't plan on it being scared out of the market. I'm forgetting something. Oh, Jack Dorsey and Elon Musk saying, "Where's Web3?" All this and that. I mean, listen, we have enough vague tweets from billionaires? Like, how are you going to consolidate an entire ecosystem and marketplace to like a 4 or 5 word tweet? Where's Web3 at? Like, it was stupid. So inspecific. Like, don't even, there is nothing to talk about. Um, they're basically just bringing up Web3. You don't even have to think about what they're saying and in what context, because there is no context. So I'm not saying their criticisms aren't like or I'm not saying their criticisms aren't totally true or aren't totally untrue. Um, Web3 hasn't really made to the outer world that big of an impact, essentially. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not something that is going to make a huge impact. And, you know, if you haven't noticed the trend, when billionaires get involved in things, they're usually hypercritical of something prior to actually benefiting the space. So that I think their interest in Web3 is the reason why they're being critical on Web3. So that's something to think about. Obviously Elon Musk with the whole Dogecoin thing. I mean, he chose Dogecoin, so I guess he's going to be building stuff on Dogecoin, or he'll come out with some other application that you can utilize Dogecoin as a currency. That would probably make more sense. Um, I'm sure he's gonna like. I'm not gonna say any of my opinions about it because it doesn't matter. Not saying my opinions don't matter, but it's such an early topic. I'd rather like see more before I have an opinion. It's something I try to practice. And then Jack Dorsey, obviously, I could see him behind one of the social coins, social networking area in Web3. That's something that like isn't much of a presence right now. Obviously, implicating like NFTs and for identity, and you could basically pick whatever identity you'd like for the internet. Um, uh, it's really intriguing. I mean, it's still a interesting topic. So, I mean, anyone that's like looking into the space right now, it's not boring. You got to think of that too. Like your entry point, if someone like takes a deep dive out of nowhere into crypto, there's so much going on right now. It's not like everything is already past. There's a lot of relevant things happening. Whether it's Elon Musk and Jack Dorsey criticizing it, whether it's you know, what's his name? The other guy, social media sales person, Gary V. Gary V's putting NFTs out there. He's trying to be like the new Disney on NFTs. Like create these characters that have like a life, like generational growth of, these characters that people get attached to. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a good idea. Um, the only criticism I have for Gary V is the fact that I feel like the only real connection he has with most of his viewers is the fact that they're just amazed that he's so successful. Like, not saying that he's not showing why, but like, it's a salesperson story. Like, it's been done before. It's not something terribly unique. Like, he's a good salesman, and he took it to the extreme, you know. Either way, not to get too far into that. That's it. That's all we need to talk about. So, guys, thanks for watching. Hit me in the comments. This was kind of like a, I don't know, like a free thought thing. I do that a lot. I talk about it. Um, I plan my finances, but I don't plan these videos 100%. And I think that's what allows, new thoughts to be put out there instead of something that's, biased or, too prepared. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people need to start trying to do stuff like that. And whether you agree or disagree, I'd like to hear about it. So let's get those crypto gains, baby.